The commission has said that the listing agent bears more of the initial responsibility as far as disclosing, meaning you got to be able to put that information out there and tell everyone the material facts. But it doesn't relieve the agent, the buyer's agent, of not also discovering and disclosing the material facts as well. So let me give you an example. One of the things the commission expects of you is to be able to visually know about square footage of a house. So if you come up, you go into MLS and you find a house that's at 3,400 square feet. It says 3,400. You show up onto it, and as you show up to the house, it looks like a 2-bedroom ranch, right? 1,400 square feet at best. You're supposed to have the knowledge and the skills to be able to assess that and say, this doesn't look like 3,400 square feet. Now, you're not supposed to know the exact amount, but you know it's not looking like 3,400 square feet. So the first thing, what's the first thing you should probably do? First thing you probably should do, hey, just call up the listing agent. Call up the listing agent and say, hi, I'm at your 2-bedroom ranch. Notice it doesn't look like 3,400 square feet. What's up? And it might be legit. It might be, look, I've had I've done it where you're going in, you're throwing in a couple listings tonight, you're in there and you mistype something, right? Instead of 1,400, you put 3,400. Cool. Agent gets it, just makes the change in the MLS. All done. But what if the listing agent is standing by it? 3,400 square feet. I pulled it up from the tax records. 3,400 square feet. Now, you know it ain't 3,400. You know you're not supposed to be pulling it up from the tax records. So now what do? What is the requirement? Tim, any ideas? What's the requirement of that buyer's agent now, even though the listing agent wants to stick by the 3,400?
That's a good question. I would be checking with my BIC on that before I probably took. Well,
and lucky you got your BIC in the room.
Yeah.
You got your BIC in the room. So the responsibility is going to be on that buyer's agent to get that house measured. If the client wants to put an offer on that house, the buyer's agent is going to have to either measure the house themselves, or what a lot of people are doing today is go ahead and pay someone to go ahead and measure the house. You know, same thing goes for new construction, right? Several years ago, we came out and we mentioned about how new home sales, right? New home sales listing agents. You got a house that's coming out of the ground, so new construction, you got dirt. House is coming out, you know how they go and they put in there the sketches on it, the drawings or whatever, and it says, whatever, 4,000 square feet. And then it comes out of the ground. Remember, the requirement is on the listing agent that is to then measure that house after it has been built, right? Because can it change from the original 4,000 that they put the blueprints in for? And the answer is yeah, right? Originally, maybe it didn't have it had an unfinished bonus. Now they bought the house and they got a bonus on it, or they had a screen and porch, they wanted a bump out of a kitchen, whatever it is. The listing agent needs to measure it. Well, what if the listing agent doesn't and says, "Oh, I ain't going to do none of that. Ain't nobody got time for that." Well, then it's going to be on the buyer's agent. Why? Why is it going to be on the buyer's agent to measure that? Because it's important. It's important to you for their client to know the square footage. Square footage, just while we're sticking on square footage, does the Real Estate Commission, I'm going to ask you all a question, I want you to send it to Tim. Does the Real Estate Commission require you to measure a house? Go.
It's a mixed bag again. It's a good topic.
So what do you think? So what do we got? More yeses, more nos?
It's
even?
It trends back and forth, to be honest.
Okay, so the answer is no. The Real Estate Commission does not require you to measure a house. Now, I'm going to take the Raleigh area only because I know the Raleigh area. I don't know all the various MLSs and their different rules.